Michelle, welcome back. Long week, midweek. I just wanted to do a very quick video today to bring you another debate. Now, it seems you really have taken these debates to your heart. We love it. It's absolutely great the way you dive into the comments box. Some of the messages are a little long. We'll come back to that in a minute. But it's first and foremost, we cannot go any further without saying thank you so much for the amazing support you've given young Ryan. Ryan is the guy that we profiled in that video at the beginning. He had an accident, got rammed in the back by a car driver who didn't see him, and he's in a wheelchair temporarily. He said 6 months and he should be on the mend, hopefully getting out of it, getting back, and one day we will meet him. So we will meet Ryan, we will bring him to you in a video. You'll see what he's like and who he is, and we'll get that together. So Ryan, if you're watching, that's a date, my friend, and we'll talk about it in the future. So he's asked us to say to you, thank you so much for the incredible support that you showed, not just in our video comments underneath, but also into his channel direct. He was overcome by it. He was absolutely overcome, and he said it was astonishing to have so many people sending a message of support. You know, there is a lot of love out there amongst us. The bike community, we are something special. We really are. We rock. And I think it's amazing that you gave him that support, and you all told us about your stories too. So many of you out there are suffering. You really are, and you've been hurt. You've been in these situations. And is it safe anymore? Well, I think Penny's question, the punchline, yeah, it is. It's fine. It's okay. From what we can read through your messages, it's always been dangerous. Riding a motorcycle is a dangerous business, and it should be respected at all costs. Training, yes, go out there and get some extra training. Experience, oh hell yes, go out there and get some experience. And that brings us in a minute to our next debate. We're going to do this all in the future, but for today we've got something a little bit more interesting that we think you might want to get your teeth into. Final thank you is for your support for the cancer research run. Now, her sister Wendy's doing a 26.2 mile marathon, a proper full marathon for cancer research. So far you have raised over £3,500. What was it, 80 quid to start with?
Yep.
£80 to start with, and we're now at 3,500 plus. It probably even more than that. Incredible, and it just keeps coming every day. You are all mad, and that is absolutely fantastic. Your stories of your heartache and heartbreak with cancer have been show-stopping. We have to stop and read them, switch them off, come back and do more later, honestly. So Wendy, from her too, she says thank you so much for all that amazing
Great
support.
motivator, she
Incredible.
said.
Yeah, she's running all the faster. So that's the fantastic one for those. So now, bringing us to the next thing, what we're going to do, the next debate, as the title says, is warranties. Now, you've all had a bike where you've bought yourself a machine and it's come with a warranty. If you've never bought a new bike, they come with a 1 or 2 year warranty, depending on what you get. I want to talk about these. I want your opinions. I want what you think. Now, let's face it. The law says, certainly as far as England or Britain is concerned, the law says that a warranty on a new vehicle covers you for faulty manufacture. That's it. It doesn't cover you for anything else. Not wear and tear, doesn't cover any of that. That's nothing to do with it. There is an obligation from the dealer. They have to make sure that they supply you a product that's fit for purpose, that is of merchantable quality, and that is of the correct price in with its market. And all of that taken care of. The warranty itself, the question I want to ask you is, are they actually just a servicing trap? Because let's face it, no warranty is valid if you go back for a claim and you haven't had it serviced. Certainly if it's related to the problem. You get a base gasket leak, you get a fork seal leaking after 3 weeks, 4 weeks, fine, take it back. But you go back a year later when early Aprilia RSVs, they had to have the forks dealt with on the first 2 years, I believe, a long time ago now. And if you didn't have it done, then that would it. You'd lose your warranty on that. A lot of these things, the manufacturer, I believe, or the dealers are covering themselves. And the warranties are only valid, you know, we all know this, unless you've got the warranty stamps in your book, your warranty itself is void. Now, is that fair? Is that reasonable? Because let's face it, don't they half know how to charge us? They sting us for the price. A Harley Davidson basic service, when we first bought your Harley, was about £300, wasn't it?
Yep.
For a full service, £350 for a full service, and it was about £150 for the basic service, and we were happy to have it done. You just invest, that's not bad, that's not bad money at all. Now it's the other way around, it's about £350 I believe for a interim service on Harley Davidson. I think you're looking at nearly £500 for the major service, which is the nut and bolt check and all the rest of it. Now, okay, workshops cost a lot of money to run, technicians cost a lot of money to hire because they are highly skilled, qualified technicians. They do go to college, they do learn, and they do invest a colossal amount of money in tools. So they need paying, they have a right to a decent wage. They are qualified tradesmen. I utterly respect that. But blimey, how much profit do they make? How much do these guys earn? What does a mechanic earn? I would say a top BMW motorcycle, BMW Motorrad technician I'd be surprised if he's earning more than £40,000 a year. So let's break that down. He's doing in the region of maybe £18 to £20 an hour. If he's earning £20 an hour, I'd be surprised. And yet £170 an hour for labour. So how much money is the dealer taking off the top after he's paid the technician? This is where I'm going. And you are duty bound to pay that price for that servicing if you want your warranty. So you then have to do, as we've always done, the sums. You do the math, as my American friends say, and you work out whether or not the cost of what might possibly go wrong is going to outweigh the cost of that servicing, don't you? Certainly, we know for sure it's nothing to do with the value at all. Took a Harley Davidson back to trade in some years ago, rolled into the dealer. I'd done all the services myself. I knew the dealer quite well. Salesman took the book out and said, "Have you done all the servicing?" I said, "Yep, there's the receipts for the oil, the plugs, everything I've done, but I serviced it myself." He sat in front of me and he stamped the book up. He did. I'm not saying who it was, what dealer it was, because I want to protect the guilty. But the principle is, he could trust me. He knew he could. But the next owner bought that bike. I was horrified. I honestly was. What I thought he'd do is he'd make me an offer. He just gave me full price for it. Did the deal. So honestly, it's all BS in my view. It really is. What do you think? Now, this comments debate is about what you reckon. Have you had experiences? Chuck them in there. Do keep them short. Do keep them short. The principle here is, the ones that are sort of 3 or 4 lines, the comments that are 3 or 4 lines in a debate, they get read by everyone. If you're going to put in 14 paragraphs, like we've had some of them, most people don't read them. We certainly can't have time to read them and answer them. So keep them short, keep them to the point. What do you think? We want to know. I personally, I'll pin my colours to the mast here. I think warranties are bullshit. I truly do. There should be a sales warranty from a dealer. You've got a brand new vehicle, there should be nothing worn out on it. But if you go back and something breaks that you've used, they should be able to fix it for you. Simple as that. No price for the repair, no nothing. No. It's always about the commerciality of it. If you take the bike in, they'll say, "Yeah, we'll fix that, but it's not really covered, so we'll charge you labour." Get over yourself. Really? Do you want me to come back and buy another bike? Are you going to, as my friend Pete says, are you going to stick it in my arse like this? Really? Okay, fine. There's the money. Take your money. I hope it chokes you. You won't see me again. How many of us have felt that way when we've walked out of a dealership or a shop, whether it be a car, a bike, a washing machine or a toaster? We've walked out so disgruntled, we don't want to go back. Are they thinking of the big picture? Really? Are you going to go back and buy another bike? No, you aren't, are you? So they've got the few pounds, they've got the few dollars for that repair, but have they got the next sale of a bike? No, because you went up the road to Jack down the road, his competition, he bought a bike from him instead. I want to touch on Chinese bikes because a lot of our younger viewers are only in a position to afford a Chinese bike. They buy a Chinese bike, and so many of you younger boys, you're telling us that you've got these bikes and they've never let you down. And they've been fine, and the Chinese bikes are getting better. I know, here's me swallowing my own words. And yes, the Chinese bikes are getting better, and they're of a price. They're of a price that is so cheap, you can fix them yourself and it doesn't matter. It's all about weighing up the overall cost of living with that machine. So, debate number 3, warranties. What do you think? Are they bullshit? Are they meaningful? Could you not buy a bike without a warranty? When you buy a second-hand bike, a dealer gives you a warranty. Honestly, what's he giving you? He's giving you a month's backup. He's telling you that he'll stand by it for a month. And when it goes wrong in 6 weeks, what's he going to say? It's all about customer service, in my personal view. Like I said, I don't think warranties are worth the paper they're written on. I truly don't. The law, merchantable quality, and faulty manufacture, all that sort of thing, well, that's covered the day you ride it away. You can tell in your 10-mile ride home if there's something wrong with that bike. I personally did the same thing with a scrambler that Penny's sitting on while she's filming this. We rode it 15 miles home and I didn't do a thing to it. I never intended to take it back. It's never been back to the dealer. I've had it to be remapped, and that's only because they were the cheapest people to do it. And I want to make one final point. This is something we found out, didn't we, Penny, just recently? Somebody sent to us, and I backed it up with the Triumph mechanic that I know at Three Cross, and he confirmed it. Triumph are now doing a thing with their ECU. That's the electronic control unit, the brain that runs the fuel injection. If you tamper with it, if you try and install a non-Triumph map into that, it locks you out and it won't start. That horrifies me. It's my sodding bike. If I choose to do that to it and it screws it up, that's fine. Then I can pay them to fix it. But they're not interested. They're basically locking it out. The bike won't run. You have to go back to them and pay them to rectify it. So Triumph is saying, we'll sell you a bike, but you can't do what you want to it. Only we can. And you have to pay us for the privilege. I'll leave you with that. As the saying goes, just saying, what do you reckon? So I'll leave you with that. That's the debate for this one. Keep them short, keep them meaningful. Let's have a debate, get stuck in. Anything else, Ben?
No, that's it. Let's get chatting.
Take your ride safe. See you next time.